Hey, I'm Preston Pugmire with Next Level Life. This is part 2 on how to use the law of attraction in your life. If you haven't seen part 1, go watch it and then come back. Let's do this. So in part 1, we talked about what the law of attraction basically is. It's about how you're feeling. You have to be in alignment before you get the outcome. But let's talk about manifesting for just a second. Everything in your life, dude, everything in your life is a result of either yours or somebody else's imagination. I mean, this phone, right? Somebody imagined it. Somebody had the idea about let's create a phone, put a screen on it, and then create all the cellular towers and everything. Somebody imagined that. And that's what they manifested. They put it out into the universe, into the world. They actually created it. So think about it in your life. What are you imagining? What are your thoughts? What are your beliefs? And then, what are your actions? Imagine this for a second, okay? There's a tree. Here we go, we got the fruits of the tree right here. The fruits are going to represent results. The results that you have in your life. Now, results is not good or bad. It's just whatever you're experiencing. If you're in debt, okay, that's a result. If you have a ton of money, that's a result. If you're in a relationship or you're not, that's a result. Doesn't matter. It's not good or bad, it just is. The trunk right here is going to represent actions. The actions that you take in your life. Now, inaction is still an action, okay? If you're just laying around watching Netflix, that's an action. A lot of people think of it as inaction. It's still, you're doing something. But this is the key, the roots of the tree. It's beliefs and thoughts. Now think about this. Your beliefs and your thoughts, they originate almost always before your actions do. If you have a thought, if you have a belief about something, that maybe that this sale isn't going to happen, or this business is going to fail, or that person's not going to say yes to me asking them out, if you think that and believe that, or if you think, oh, I'm not worthy of really getting that person in my life, getting that girl, getting that guy, or getting that job, more than likely, what are your actions going to be? Yeah, we get surprised in our lives sometimes, but way more often than not, our actions end up aligning with our beliefs. And if our actions or our results end up not in alignment with our belief, for example, if you think that you don't deserve a lot of money or money is difficult to come by and then you win the lottery, then that is going to reach a point of homeostasis. It's going to balance back out. A lot of lottery winners end up broke because they don't feel like they actually deserve the money. So with this in place, you're already manifesting. You're already manifesting. Now you just need to do it intentionally. What I mean by that is the results that you are experiencing in your life are a result of the actions that you've taken or the inactions, and those are influenced and informed by your thoughts and your beliefs. So you're already manifesting. Now it's time to just do it intentionally and focused in the right direction. So when I said earlier that everything in your life is a result of somebody's imagination, it's because of what I just described here with the tree. So now, let's say, what are you committed to thinking, feeling, believing, and imagining, and then putting into practice? Creating, manifesting into this actual physical reality. The law of attraction is whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're putting out, that's going to come back to you. Your subconscious cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is imagined. Think about the last time you felt afraid, okay? If you were afraid of something, in reality, was it actually a real threat to your safety? Occasionally it is, but most often it's not. Now, I'm not talking about real threats to your safety. A good example of this is a little bit ago, my brother came out to my house. We kind of live out away from town. And when he parked his car, he parked kind of across the way, and he was walking to my house, and it was night, and he felt a little bit of fear. And then he stopped, and because I had actually just had a conversation with him about this, about real versus imagined, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling this real fear about something that I am just imagining. That there's somebody out here that's going to get me. We're out here on the countryside at night, like on a Wednesday. Nobody knew that I was coming out here, but there just happens to be somebody just out here chilling in the cold, just waiting for me to come out. Like that's completely irrational because of where he was at the time, but like it was real fear that he was feeling. Now your subconscious doesn't really differentiate between what's real and what's imagined. So the trick is to create thoughts in your subconscious, feeling in your subconscious that are going to then manifest into reality. And the way that you do this is by visualizing things. There's a lot of different ways to visualize, a lot of different gurus that talk about how to do this. You can choose your favorite one. But if you want to understand how to set up your subconscious for real results, a real success, then you can click down below and get my 6 steps to real results. You get the blueprint. It's called the Blueprint for Real Results. And you can get that for free. And it goes through your state, your emotions, your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, and how to get results, and how you can set the bar for success. What I'm going to talk about now is how to really think about this in a tangible way with your subconscious and how it ends up manifesting. And we're going to use the analogy of a farmer right now. He's planting seeds. So you have the ground, the seeds themselves, the farmer, and then the seedlings, or the sprouts, the things that are growing. Now, in reality, the ground does not care what you plant. You can plant poison ivy and then it'll grow. The soil will just nurture that and grow it. Or you can plant roses, or you can plant corn and squash, whatever. The ground doesn't care. It's just going to grow what you put in it. The ground is going to represent your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the thoughts, the feelings, and more importantly, the beliefs that you have about anything, about business, about money, about men, about women, about your industry that you're in, about your relationship, about the area that you live in, like whatever. Your beliefs and your thoughts that you are more often than not unintentionally thinking, that's the ground. And again, the ground doesn't care what you put in it. Your subconscious mind doesn't really care what you put in it. It doesn't care if you're thinking a thought about like, oh man, I'm the worst, or I'm the best, or I'm enough. I can totally do this. I deserve to be in this room. Now the seeds are going to represent your goals and desires. Your goals and your desires are the things that you're planting in the ground. Okay? You're taking these thoughts, right? And you're consciously thinking them. I'm going to plant this seed. I'm going to intentionally say, this is what I'm focusing on. This is what I'm thinking about. Now, if you're not consciously, intentionally thinking about stuff, then you're just taking whatever seeds and just throwing them wherever. And a lot of people just drift through life like that. But this is being intentional about the thoughts that you are thinking, the emotions you're feeling, the beliefs that you're adopting. And it's about taking a look, taking real inventory about what's going on in your subconscious mind, the soil of your life, the soil of your soul. What are you putting in there with your thoughts and your goals and your desires? Are you being intentional about it? Now the farmer is going to represent your conscious mind, the things that you are intentionally thinking. Because the farmer is taking the seeds and actually placing them there, and then nurturing them, and then watering them, pruning them, just being very intentional about what they're putting in the ground. And when you are intentional, not just drifting, but being very clear about what you want, how you feel about it, and what you're looking to do to get it, then you're being an intentional farmer. Now the seedlings themselves, the sprouts, that's the manifestations of the seeds. Your goals and your desires, when you are consciously tending to them, being in alignment with the version of yourself that already has those things, that is when you start to see the manifestation. Sometimes it happens very quickly, sometimes it doesn't. Okay? You get to let go of the timeline that someone will talk about in another video. This is something that I learned from one of my favorite mentors, Kathrin Zenkina. She's the manifestation babe. I really, really like her stuff. She has a really cool podcast. We can link that in the show notes. She's awesome. But this kind of analogy is something that I got from her, and it is so good. In the next video, we're going to talk about the 3 steps to actually utilizing these principles in your life specifically. Let's go for it. When people come to my events or they take my courses or they coach with me, they often, like, I'll say that again.